Okay, welcome to a new episode of Coaching Board. For the next few episodes, if you haven't seen any of the previous ones, I've explained it a couple of times. Closing out a new decade with books that have been influential to me and helped me with my coaching journey, and books that possibly could help you going into the new decade. So, past two books spoke about Guardiola. We've looked at Inverting the Pyramid by Jonathan Wilson and Rhinus Michael's team building book, and we've also looked at one that sort of talks about the cultures of Italy and England and comparing the two countries and sort of the football and how it differs. So if you haven't checked out them episodes already, give them a little look. But today's episode is called Soccernomics. The original one that was released in England was also titled Why England Lose. So again, they've updated this and changed the title slightly. So this book is, I've actually got it here, Soccernomics by Stefan Szymanski and Simon Cooper. This one is quite a hefty read. But what makes this one interesting is it's done from a different perspective. It's not done by a footballer or football writer, so to speak. It's done more by economic standpoint. It talks about the different countries and how population and stats and figures and analysis plays like a massive part in modern day football. It talks about why, like the title said, why England lose, why Spain, France and Germany seem to win, and then what countries in the future are most likely to win as well. From a coaching point of view, there's a nice little sort of section on goalkeepers, for instance, on how you can kind of use mathematics to sort of predict what players are going to do. So again, this book takes a little bit of reading. If your knowledge, if your interest is a little bit more than just sort of day-to-day coaching, wants to know a little bit more about the sort of club and the economics of football, this will definitely help. There was a nice part that I remember reading on Lyon a few years back, when they were regularly getting into the Champions League sort of semi-finals with extremely young players. It talks a little bit about how they had like a strict age group bracket. Regardless of how good you were, they would sell you at a certain age and then invest that money back into the academy. They would keep the bracket between the highest paid player and the lowest paid player pretty similar. And just try and build on it each year, like I said. So I found that was an interesting little read. Like I said, that's another one that you're going to need to take time with. There's certain bits that you might not be familiar with that need a little bit more digesting. They certainly did with me. But again, just to, especially if you're wanting to work in a football club in sort of like a manager or first team capacity, this will help you understand sort of the motivation, the motives of people above you in the boardroom, owners of clubs. Just give you a better understanding of the landscape of things, and it'll also sort of teach you a little bit of how analytics can help you and the team and players. But again, just give it a read, see how you do.